We are three brothers. We're a trio of siblings that grew up gaming and never stopped. But gaming is the one consistent thing we've had in our lives, and we're here to share with that with you today. Every week at 9 a.m. on Wednesdays, we'll be uploading to our YouTube channel. And we got our first question. Alex, from my old friend of mine, I used to work with him at Kiru, actually. He wanted to know if we can get our podcast on iTunes. We are working on that, so hopefully by the end of this month or the beginning of next month, we'll figure out where to host it from. And so we'll be working on that. For introductions, to my right is my big brother, Larry.
Well, let's keep this going.
And over in the corner, the big, beautiful Kevin.
Hello, hello.
All right, so every week we will start off with our gaming recap. So this week, it's a pretty exciting week in gaming, so this is going to be a good episode. Dark Souls 3. So that's what I've been playing. I've played it the least amount, which is kind of funny because I'm the one that's more into the Souls game. Okay, what do you guys like about it?
I mainly like it because it's a mixture. It feels like they imported a lot of stuff from Bloodborne, and I was a huge fan of Bloodborne.
Yes.
And the art style, it's especially in the second area, I won't say what it is or anything like that, but it definitely feels Bloodborne-esque.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot faster paced than Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2, and it's like, I almost feel like you even run faster than you do in Bloodborne, which is insane.
Yeah.
I love that kind of the blending of the two for the most part. The little things I like, I've noticed that, like when you go into a dark area, like the sun shines through the windows and you can like see the particles. I stopped myself. I was like, wow, this is really pretty. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't reiterate enough just how beautiful that game is. Now, I didn't get a chance to play Bloodborne. It's something I gotta play, I just didn't have a PS4 at the time.
Souls is better. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is fantastic. I love the game. Graphically, just the little things they did with, like, I don't know if you guys have, again, I can't talk about it too much because you haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, I'm only 5.5 hours in, level 18.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm soul level 40.
39, and the different characters, 33. So.
This kid's played a ton. We are spoiler free, so you don't have to worry about that. For me, it's just the little things like I catch myself like looking up at the sky. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at it. The cloud effects that From Software added into the game, it's just so well done. I mean, again, I can't talk about it too much. There's like things here and there. There's so many things I like, but I can't talk about. I mean, the gameplay itself is great.
Spot on this time, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the pairing system, just everything. I've actually gotten pretty good at it now, so I'm pretty excited about that.
I had an NPC parry me and kill me in one shot. It was great.
Oh,
Nice.
It was terrible.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. I've actually mastered. I'm getting better at it just because I'm going a dex build, just
nice.
so I don't have a lot of health and stuff.
It's always battle mage for me.
Yeah.
Nice. One thing I really like about the game is the sound effects, and the soundtrack is.
Soundtrack's
the music
great.
is so great. When you're in Firelink Shrine, it's so good.
Oh, the one thing I like about
That's not a
Firelink,
spoiler, by the way.
yeah, Firelink Shrine. That's where the main hub. You see it within like probably. Well, it depends how quickly you can beat that first boss, because that first boss is brutal. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm a pretty experienced soul player. It took me, I think, 7 tries to beat him. It was insane. Awesome first boss.
Though, to give you some credence to that, we actually have we all played as the Departed. Deprived.
Deprived.
Departed. Yeah, the Deprived. So, we didn't have. I mean, I think it's the Knight class I saw. Starts off with a shield that blocks 100% of the damage. Right away. Can you imagine how easy that would make it a lot easier?
You get a little club in their shield.
Yeah.
Definitely go two-handed on that guy.
Yes.
One of the things that also I like that they have the Estus class. You can have the mana one too, but you can change
Yeah, you
how.
can
So
allot
let's say you start off with 3, you can give yourself 2 of the magic ones and only 1 health one. I was like, that's a really simple new addition to it, but I really liked it.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say it's funny you brought that up because when I first started the game, I wasn't a mage character at all. So I in general was like, I'm not gonna use any of these things. I kept going all of them max to my health, and then I started thinking about it. And I noticed that they also recharge your FP meter.
Yeah, which is the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the.
Well, no, it's the same thing because when you do your parry, it uses FP.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. So
When
like
you parry, it does.
yeah,
All your second skill for your weapons.
all your weapons.
Well, I
have
figured.
skills.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Those things are really powerful.
I think
Yes.
that's like I think they tried doing some sort of like Bloodborne with like your
The
triplet.
transformations.
Yeah. So I think that's
But
what
I didn't know parrying actually causes that. That's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah. So once I kind of figured that out, and I actually didn't use the kind of the skills and stuff with the weapons as much, but now I use them all the time, and so I think as of right now I'm sitting at like 8 Estus flasks. So I have
I think I'm at this time.
yeah I do it 6 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, I play with Ben, so I can't. We always sit down together. That's what we've done since Demon's Souls, and we beat it side by side.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, it's a very good bonding thing. But yeah, but I have another game day. Well, we record this on Sunday. I have it tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. I think that. Is there anything else? Like, it's just so fluid, and I love the game. I mean, it's so brutal, but the first couple areas too that I've been to are great, fantastic.
Oh yeah, just one thing I've noticed here and there. I've seen on reviews too is the camera. Every once in a while you get where like I'm fighting a dude and like the camera like will shoot over.
It hasn't happened to me.
I was just gonna say, I mean, and I've put in probably. I think I'm like 13 hours into it right now. I know, right?
So bad.
But yeah, surprisingly, I haven't had that happen to me. I'm nitpicky. I have a weird one. It's more about the menu system, and I can already tell you're loving this. I feel like it's redundant that when you hit start, you have a little tiny menu in the bottom that you're still live, but you can't pause the game.
Inventory settings.
Yes.
Maybe one more.
And then when you click on that, you then get brought up into a bigger equipment menu. I personally feel like when you hit start, that should just be your big menu because they give you the option, I think it's R3, to minimize your other screen, so all you have is the menu. So then you can still just see what's going on.
Okay, so now I finally get what you're saying. So like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, you hit start, you go into your inventory, you hit the bumper, then you go to your map, your settings.
Okay. So for me, and again, this is a very nitpicky. But it's just one of those things. It's a quality of life thing that I think would be nicer. Yeah. Because again, maybe it's just because it happened to me and I'm just doing it out of anger. I've had it happen to me, I believe, 3 times now, where I've been in the big version, I've been kind of equipping, and then I've hit circle to get out, and then I start running around, and then forget that my menu's still there, so I can't do anything.
One of the cool things that I started running with is you can do the HUD on auto, and so it only pops up your all equipment stuff when you go into a battle. So whenever else, the only thing that's on your screen, if you're partying with somebody, it'll have their health bar on the left side, but otherwise there's nothing. And it's awesome.
I didn't. Yeah, I actually did. Yeah, I didn't know they actually had that at first, but when you told me about it, I did it. And this actually goes into what we were talking about last week's episode, where I love being immersed in the world.
Yeah.
That really, really helps that.
It's funny, they had it in Dark Souls 2, and I used it, but I didn't like it because I don't think it switched fast enough or something, but this one seems really seamless enough, and ever since I figured that out, I've been running with that. So we'll keep going. Probably next week we'll still have more updates. About
I was just gonna say the general consensus, and none of us have gotten anywhere close to beating the game, is just play the game. It's absolutely
it's great. But it is still a Dark Souls game, and it's still a Souls game in general, and it is brutally hard. So
okay, so let me redo that. It's perfect for the type of gamer that's looking for that game.
Yes,
it's so well done, so well done.
But that does not conclude our gamer recap because we all played the Doom beta. I am pleasantly surprised. I was a little worried because we're going back to an old fast-paced shooter. I mean, we haven't seen around those with Doom and Quake in a while. I mean, COD's kind of fast, but this is just different. This is like you can't reload. You can't. There is no dashing button. Mm-hmm. You just run fast regardless. But the one thing I really like about it is how seamless you can double jump and use your jetpack. But how easily you climb on walls, it's great. I think Halo 5, the new one, I haven't played the multiplayer, has something similar. I don't know if it's as seamless, but...
Well, it's not even contextual at all. It just does it, and I've never had an issue with that.
Yeah, it's automatic.
For a beta, too. I think we had one issue when we were playing it. Other than that,
yeah,
it's been working great for me, personally.
Yeah, it's weird that it's now loadouts, which a lot of games are starting to do, which I didn't like at first, because you can spawn with a rocket launcher, but it's not as powerful as I thought it was going to be either. Not nearly.
I was nervous about that for a little bit. I was like, wait, what?
I know, but I like all the guns so far. You said you still like the lightning gun the best.
No, actually, I don't know. I like lightning gun a lot, but I really like the shotgun.
I roll lightning gun, shotgun as my two guns.
I'm the vortex rifle and double barrel shotgun.
But
I was called the super shotgun.
The heavy assault rifle that has a scope on it and just get headshots.
Yeah, I just feel like I've tried to, but it doesn't kill guys quick enough.
No, you got him in the head.
But they're so fast. That's the thing. But then I snipe. So I don't know.
Well, you said at distance you shoot him, then you want to either shoot him with a shotgun or melee him.
Definitely go, if you want to do this, go customize to go to classic controls. It's so much better to switch your weapon with triangle versus R1. It's super weird.
The R1 triangle was odd. I would say, and this is again kind of ironic because how you started this off. My one and only gripe with the game, which I never would have thought this would be a gripe, is the lack of a sprint button. And let me tell you why.
Okay.
We were talking about how fast the game is. There are times I actually don't feel like it's fast enough. I've had times where I'm running after somebody to attack them.
Get the haste power up.
Yes, that is true. That's a big difference. But since everyone is at all times always the same speed, it kind of has like I kind of picture like a board game type feel to it, where it's like, here, this person's moving left, you're moving left. You're all going at the same speed all the time, so you're never obviously you can cut corners and stuff, but you're never catching, gaining, or falling behind people. And I feel like a sprint would just change it up enough to kind of give people a little more of a strategic advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what it is. I like the pace that it's at, but I can see that too. It could be that we're just so used to it now in video games.
True.
Because the old Halo didn't have that, right?
Yeah, and speaking of Halo, it feels a lot like sort of like the menu and like unlocking stuff.
Oh, the unlocking is so...
You get new pieces of armor and like you unlock new
so
guns
good.
and like you can customize different colors. It feels a lot like Halo in that aspect.
I love the medals. I love the challenges.
Can we talk about the menu music? I mean,
Oh my gosh, so good, so brutal. I
it's
love
just,
it.
Oh, I can't wait to play that campaign.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for that game now. The one thing I was worried about is perks, like having perks when you load up, like different loadouts, like the armor perk, the health one where you can see people's health. What's the other one where you can see people who killed you? But I don't think they're so overpowered, and they're limited use.
Yeah. Well, I like the what is it? Is it the augments or the thing where you can actually like the hacks? You can actually see the countdown timers for
that's
the
what
reload.
that's what they're
stuff's
called.
gonna
That's what I
pop up.
meant.
Hacks.
That's
Okay.
what loadout bonuses, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
The hacks are good, and one of the things I really like is there's no radar. I don't know if that's going to be for every loadout, but you can literally hide behind walls. I've used that to my advantage all the time, and it's a throwback, and I love it.
Not to mention the melee kills freaking rock.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So speaking with the melee kills,
yeah.
assassinations basically. I love.
I don't know what they're called actually, but
Glorious something.
Oh yeah, cool. That's only if you do it.
Yeah, it's the actual main. Yeah, I guess the closest would be like Halo's assassination. Is what it is.
Yeah, well, because I think most of the time when you hit someone with a melee, you basically are assassinating them because health is never something that you're carrying.
You have to watch your health and your armor.
I see. I love that you have. I mean, I actually usually most rounds you die soon enough that doesn't happen, but I ran out of ammo on a gun once, and I was like, wow, this actually happens.
I know that never happens in games.
Yeah,
maybe the older ones.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say though is going off of like the assassinations and stuff. You have the option to switch between the frag grenade and it's a teleporter. And I absolutely love that feature, and it's such a clever thing. It gets you out of situations. To me, that's actually something that helps with catching up to people. So the lack of a sprint, that kind of makes it up for me.
Counterbalances.
Yeah, I've used it once to my benefit, but I'm not very good with the teleporter.
I do actually go through the actual teleporter. They have them. I've only rolled where I only get the same level every single time. I haven't played the other one yet.
Oh, interesting.
But when you go through and you follow someone through and you blow them up,
oh yeah,
that's gonna be a trophy.
One other thing, oh yeah, for sure. The one thing I didn't like at first was the announcer, but he grew on me because it's like this such a brutal game. He has this like lighter voice, and it's really funny. But it feels like Unreal Tournament, feels like Halo kind of mixed together, and it feels like old school Doom / Quake Tournament.
I wouldn't mind seeing like Unreal and Quake coming back, down the road. Especially if Doom's popular, I feel like.
I think Unreal is coming.
Is it coming back? Okay,
but I think it's a free to play. I remember hearing about that last year.
I don't know if I like that. Yeah,
but. Who knows? Oh god, Unreal 3 was awesome. But that's another topic for a different day. Alright, so that kind of wraps up our thoughts on Doom. I did get, somebody got at me on my Instagram, MP_burger, same as my Twitter. Jessica asked me if I've tried out Paragon. And I have. It's right now it's in open beta, alpha I think. It's MOBA for the PS4, and this is probably my first MOBA I've ever played. It's third person. Go around with towers, level up every round. I don't
We're experts in this.
Not good at MOBAs at all. It's a huge learning curve for those type of games. I tried out a couple different character builds. I liked it, but I didn't at the same time. But she suggested that I run with bots just to kind of get a feeling of the game or watch tutorials or something like that. So I might try it again. One of the guys at my work loves it. He's awesome at it. I watched a video where he killed like 6 people on the team, which is apparently rare. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, if she watches this next episode here, you should actually, just out of curiosity, have you ever played Heroes of the Storm, Blizzard game? because I've played that a little bit. I want to know, what are your thoughts on that compared to Paragon? Because I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, interesting. I think I might have played League of Legends once because Dennis is huge into that.
Oh,
game.
yeah.
But
I played the
it was-
original Defenders of the Ancients on Warcraft 3.
Oh. Is that what a MOBA is?
Yeah,
It's
it
Dota.
was a
Dota.
What do they call those customized games that they made?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of that for the StarCraft, and I can't remember what the name of it.
Wasn't it just custom?
Use map settings.
Use map settings.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Or
totally
custom
what-
games, I guess.
Custom games, yeah.
Battle.net.
All right. Well, that concludes our gaming recap. So we'll be back next week to see what we're playing. Most likely Dark Souls 3.